So today I'd like to speak about entrances into being, about the different types of entrances into our true being. And lately I've been on a ballet presentation in the theater of Basel. And I haven't been into a ballet presentation in a while. And it deeply touched me. It deeply touched me. The subjects they brought, there was a piece where just men were dancing and they were really showing from the male strong force, aspect more into the vulnerable aspect, the very sensitive and also intimate aspects. That was really touching. And then also in a mixed dance presentation, there was some dancers, they had such a presence. They were so there, so connected to the public. And I had tears in my eyes and I was deeply touched and reminded that art, any kind of art, is such an entrance, also such an entry door into the being as well. If you let yourself be touched by the art. And then lately I was also at an exhibition of Giacometti, a Swiss sculptor, and Dali, this Spanish painter. And they had actually a project together to do a, imaginary garden in the south of France, which they never realized. And it's not clear, if it was even realizable. But anyway, they had an exhibition together. Quite a silent one, and also there, when I stood long enough in front of one of those Giacometti sculptures, deeply touched and merged with the object of art. So it really reminded me of all these entrances that we have actually into our deeper sense of self or into our being. And music is another aspect. I recently discovered Hania Rani. I will put her name under the video. Hania Rani is a Polish pianist, and I don't even know if you can say she does, but she, through her, pours out some music that really, I feel it's coming from another planet. Or sometimes when I contemplate her music, it transports me into other realms of consciousness. And also, sometimes I feel she transports the so-called future life to us through her music, which in my experience is not a music or a future where you just kind of bump into each other from the surface, but more it's coming from the inside out, like an eruption from the inner to the outer. So her music and also her video art, the way how she combines the video landscapes and dancers that are also there dancing to her music, expressing that music through the dance. I really feel it's the next level of music art. And then, of course, beloved Nils Frahm, who was maybe one of the pianists who got classical and jazz music or even modern music together into a next realm, into a next evolutionary step. And I had the chance to see him with my brother in Hamburg, in the Elbphilharmonie, which is enormous, already a piece of art, that building. And huge building, and there he was, just one man, Nils Frahm, with many pianos and synthesizers and organs, and he was just playing that piece of art. And in the end, people were standing up and it was a standing ovation. And usually there was only classical stuff happening in there, but the folks were just taken by that music. And I remember when I was sitting in there, tears in my eyes, I also thought, this is satsang. This is satsang through music, meaning he's transporting truth true self, essence through his music. And he opens rooms where you can dive into your true self and recognize that realm in you. So he opens spaces within you by playing the music he plays. So isn't it wonderful? We can actually discover entrances to the being almost everywhere. If we have the recognition for it, if we have the eyes for it, we can, in nature, innumerable possibilities to dive into the self, watching a bird building its nest, watching an ant building an anthill, hearing the tree with the leaves in the air and really listening, really receiving the sound. And then also, of course, there was Carl Gustav Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist who experimented with the mandalas, mandala drawing, where he brought, in a way, the spiritual realm to the psychological realm. And he was very interested in outer states of consciousness and mystic experiences and, interdisciplinary interests he had. So with the mandala drawing, he was experimenting with clients who had psychological issues, and he found that mandala drawing really draws yourself to the center. So it really creates a center, it creates security, it creates a profound sense of self, but also it can create a deep opening, an opening into this kind of, these centered mandalas, into a kind of realm where you dive through the center into more widening and open spaces. So just wanted to share that. And here, since I have these flowers next to me, it's with flowers, I have always my moments, not even moments, but my hours. Sometimes you can just watch them blossom in seconds, and then they blossom more, they open more. And flowers for me is really a good reminder how much we can open and widen our hearts. And this brings me to my mother, who already passed, but she told me once that, you have to widen your heart as much as you can and then go through life like that. So if we can use whatever we encounter in art, in spirituality, in nature, in music, if we can use those entrance doors into our realm of being and then open like that, like a flower, I think then we have really a good way of living, because we see the chances for self-recognition everywhere. So with that, I wish you a very good day. Thank you to the flowers. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.